It's hard for some people to express themselves in certain ways and for certain amounts of time, yet it's much easier for people to be a version of themselves, but just long enough for that camera to flash. That camera flash is only there for a split second, so you only have to be confident for a split second. You only have to be pretty or handsome for a split second. And if all you have to know about someone is their collection of split-second faces and poses, and what they say versus what other people say about them, then why do you get so much of your information on who this person is from their pictures? It seems like that the only way to get through to people sometimes is through being extreme. I mean, there's all the information you need about any subject on the internet and in books. And when I say subjects, I mean like math and science, but that's not enough. I bet you would turn your head if someone was yelling in the same restaurant as you. But if they were talking in a tone and volume that everyone else was, you probably would just tune them out, most likely. It sucks though, because sometimes the information you want people to know is what you feel is most important to you. And they don't know because they never listen. And sometimes they say they listen, but if I say I don't want to go 100%, then why are you still asking me to? If I say I don't want to do this 100%, then why? You get what I'm saying? I'll stop there. If life was like heaven, I'd love it. Because there, you can't get shot, burned, stabbed, eaten, or tortured. And you don't have to suffer because of what other people did. There, you don't feel as if you have no control over your fate. Even though here you know you do, quote unquote. Sometimes being happy makes me mad because it reminds me of how sometimes I hate it here. Sometimes feeling good hurts because I know how feeling like my environment is killing me is. If I had superpowers, then I wouldn't care at all what people do. Because the only thing that at this point matters is not being affected by other people that I don't want to be around in ways I find negative. I hate the idea of fighting. If I could fly, then you couldn't touch me. If I was bulletproof, and if I couldn't feel any pain, then I wouldn't care for the government, or my own people who like to shoot others just because they have problems. If I could fly, I wouldn't care for an animal trying to attack me, because I just move. Of course, I don't even want to live in a reality where I have to do that to feel safe and comfortable. But if I must, at least give me superpowers, because then I can see myself trying to go out of my miserable way, quote unquote, to tend to others' desires. Do you know the feeling when you're watching a movie and a person just defies the rules? The good guy just stands up to what most people today would find evil or downright wrong. Or that movie where everyone seems happy with the way things are, and it's just that one girl or guy who just says they don't care about the consequences, and that they're going to follow what they feel rather than what they are told. Why do you think that makes you feel so good to see that? To hear about people stand up to slavery or rebel while in concentration camps, or even in cartoons or anime where the lonely, picked on, weak, average kid just for some reason is your favorite character in the show. Why do you think they make the characters average yet powerful? Maybe it's so that you can relate to feeling average, when in reality if you just said no or yes and did what you felt rather than what you were told is best by others, or even told by yourself, you could be that character. I mean, if you connect the right dots, life is like a movie. you're the main character, because you can't get in anyone else's head. Every day is a new one, a new scene, part 2 to the series, part 3, and so on. Anyone would agree that who people appear to be sometimes isn't who they really are. So, what's the process that goes on inside? No, you probably don't know how to do what's considered superhuman, but you can learn to speak English. You can play a game, whether it be football or even a simulation like video games. You can look in a mirror and not think it's just another human. I'll stop there because the list goes on forever. With all this power, why not do something? And I say something because just one cause is all it takes to get an effect. Why not something different? I mean, people are born every day. I wish that could mean to me that the better and more improved version of humans are coming. But to me, it just means more swag, more fear, more deception, more doing something just to do it and not because you love it, or because you're afraid to go right, quote unquote, because everyone else went left. More same. Those were my statuses that I posted on Facebook, but I want everyone to know. I like to, from time to time, post what's on my mind. Thought I'd just put it all in one video.